rather than, and they've had to because of just the way people are to, things that they don't know anything about. And that's something that, you know, the nations here, or the Native Americans, like the Cherokee Nation, they said that they were brought here by star people. The star people brought them here to the mountains to protect it because it was a vortex. It was filled with stuff and spirits, and they're here to protect it. So the only way to protect something is to make people fear it.
Yeah, that's some pretty gnarly stuff right there for sure. That makes me think of some of the old school indigenous tales that Hammerson Peters speaks about. Dude's a legend, where these tribes spoke about basically dog bear-like people coming down from spaceships, more or less.
All the nations talk about, the sky people or whatever, but like the Native Americans, they worship the wolves. They said that it was like he's a great hunter and all this stuff. And if you look back into the records, they were taught by wolves how to hunt. That's the old legend. So they hunt like wolves. But how do we know it wasn't the Dogman who taught the Native Americans how to hunt, or that they hunted with them? There's always those stories about Sasquatch helping the Native Americans, or doing that. They lived in peace for a while, and then there's always the stories of where they fought. They'll tell you the real stories. The stuff you find online about like some of the cryptids is it's a scary story to keep people out of the woods.
Yeah.
Dogman has a bad rap because I think most Dogman stories are, people are like, oh, he was growling and he was doing this. Yeah, a dog that don't know you will growl at you. It's just nature.
Very true right there. Great analysis. When it comes to, again, this story, I find it interesting when I've dove into trying to track it down. I'm running into, just like some of these other really gnarly cases, just some red flags.
We did a story not too long ago about a similar logging case where got chased, but they actually saw something that chased them into a tree, and they had to spend the night in the tree because it wouldn't leave them alone. And supposedly a logger was, there was no body or anything to find, so they don't know. It just somebody went missing. But the other loggers said that they had to spend the night in the tree because this thing, you know, sat at the foot of the tree all night long until daylight. And then, they finally got to go down and run to town and tell everybody what happened, and nobody believed them. And so that there's many cases, and that's really something. Those old logging tale like books, it would be so cool to like find a library full of those, because they are full of stories from loggers, because they wrote down everything. The men, why didn't the men work today? Well,